What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to an MLB The Show franchise mode episode where we begin another series as we head back home to Great American Ballpark to take on the Los Angeles Angels. My name is Justin, and I do want to apologize for not being available for the last series against the Miami Marlins. I did create something, but I was running behind on getting these episodes published, and therefore I wasn't able just to really put one in at the time. So I will do better on that, but we look forward to beginning another series, which we'll talk about today, give you guys the lineup. I hope to make this brief, but I really want to emphasize I appreciate everyone's support throughout this series. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have those notifications on so you know when we drop another episode. I will do my best to drop one on a daily basis, and also get a chance to follow our Road to the Show series, where we are fully underway in that program. Well, we did wrap up a 4-game sweep over the Miami Marlins. That is 2 back-to-back sweeps we had against the Rangers last weekend, against the Marlins in the 4-game weekend. We wrap up a 7-0 on our last road stands, and we interplay with a 10-3 record. Okay, the Cubs are 8-4 right behind us. They are a game and a half back. The Pirates, Cardinals, and Brewers are 5-7 in the NL Central. I wanted to really just maybe look briefly into our statistics as we see here. TJ Friedl, Elly De La Cruz, and Eugenio Suarez played all 13 games thus far this season. Matt McLain, Nathaniel Lowe impressively has played 11 out of the 13 games. Sal Stewart, Will Benson, and Ke'Bryan Hayes in 10 of those games. Ke'Bryan Hayes really impressing me, having 35 at-bats, batting .429, no home runs, recollect, and no stolen bases, something that we look to improve at, but he's playing quite well down there at the bottom of that lineup. I've been trying to give him some days off, and these are a series where we really do need him. Then Daniel Lowe, another guy coming off the bench, batting .441, has a home run, 4 RBIs. He's been playing really well, been making a lot of solid contact. I really do like him in the lineup. It's definitely helping me, and it's going to be helping me as Sal Stewart is looking to give Matt McLain some days off, as well as Matt McLain playing at shortstop for Elly De La Cruz to have some days off. Tyler Stephenson batting .310. Noelvi Marte kind of getting off to a slow start, only batting .125. Hopefully we're able to turn that around. McLain batting .190. I did experiment in the last series with McLain kind of bats more bottom of the lineup. Dane Myers has really been impressive in my books to be up there batting .400. And so if he's really being connective, then I'm really wanting to put him up there. So far, we got Hunter Green, Andrew Abbott, Chase Burns with a 2-0 start to the season. Hunter Green has pitched really well, almost went a complete game his last outing. 38 strikes, leads the entire team with a 1.64 ERA. Brady Singer, Nick Lodolo with victories. Emilio Pagan, he's our save person. He has so far 4 saved under his belt, and that's pretty much it. The work balance has been pretty accurate, to say the least. Excuse me. Gosh. So we are 7-0 in this stands consecutive games where we started off last Thursday traveling out to Texas, 3-game sweep against the Rangers, then 4-game sweep against the Marlins. And now we're back home and we're taking on the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels, just to let's give you a perspective where the Angels lie at. The Angels are 3-10, haven't been playing so well. Matter of fact, they got swept by the Braves earlier this week. They lost 2 out of 3 in their home opener weekend series against the Mariners. And they've only won 2 games on the road. So they are 3-10, and they're looking to turn things around. Now, I want to do address something here under the skill level that we will use your settings. I do want to have fun at this game. As much as challenging I want to make this, I do want things to be fun when it comes down to gameplay. I currently have the hitting difficulty under rookie, pitching under veteran. I may move those up depending here. And fielding difficulties also under normal. I will be playing around that early on in this season. Like I said, I want to have fun. I don't want to sit here and lose 128 games, but I do want to make it challenging enough where it's not going to be, 20 game winning streak and, 30 game winning streak. And I really separate myself from the NL Central early on in the season. So, so far, I like the settings we have played. I am going to move this series up to a veteran and all-star difficulty so that we can kind of get a little bit more realistic. Now, if things change, we may ultimately change that back at the moment. But that's where we are actually going to head this series into. We do begin our series with a 10-3 record, a 9-1 over the last 10 games. And nothing has really changed when it has come down to our roster. Down in the minor leagues, we've seen Brandon Williamson just this past day, abdominal strain. He is placed on a day-to-day basis. Blake Dunn has been placed on the 60-day IL, has been on that for about 10 days now due to a shoulder tear. In that sense, I don't remember who we called up. That's something I could get down into the next series. But nothing really significant enough to really point out. All right, take a look at what the Angels bring into play when it comes down to their lineup. We'll start off with the lineup, get to the starting pitching. I'll just be able to show this here with you today. We have Mike Trout in there, Yoan Moncado, Jo Adell, Zach Neto. Kind of get down to the statistics. Mike Trout's batting .419. He's kind of leading this team here. Jorge Soler, another player. He's the DH. And any guys coming off the bench right now, maybe Bryce Teodosio is another top outfielder. So that is what their lineup kind of is going to be looking like here heading into this series, as well as for their starting rotation. They got a bullpen game every 5 days. Now, we're not going to see this. It has rolled over to a Yusui Kukuchi, who will get tonight's start, Jose Soriano tomorrow, and Grayson Rodriguez out there. Brent Suter, you see in the bullpen, Chase Seth, Kirby Yates, Drew Pomeranz, who has, I think, recorded, let me see how many saves maybe he has recorded thus far. 1 save, and obviously it comes with the record showed. So I do expect this to be a fun series, obviously changing the gameplay. Like I said, I'm not going to make it unrealistic. I'm not going to make it unbeatable. And yet again, I don't want to make it blowing out of the water. So we've adjusted it just a little bit for this series. It's not going to change. We'll come back for the next series, and if it needs to be changed, we'll change it back. But we will find our comfortability to play throughout the course of the season. So I appreciate your patience. With all that, listen. We appreciate your feedback. We love your comments. Please leave a comment below. We'll talk about any topics you guys want to talk about. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our TNC Sports Talk YouTube channel. You can follow us on sports updates and news on our social media page at TNC Sports Talk. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can listen to our podcast daily, Monday through Friday, on anywhere you get your podcast needs at TNC Sports Talk. So with all that being said, let's begin another series. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I am out.
Here in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, in a city steeped in baseball history, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch coming your way next. On the mound for the Reds, Nick Lodolo.
Boogie pitched into the 7th, earned the W in his last start. He really needed that one. Well, his team needs another one today. We'll see if he can carry that performance into this game.
All right, ready to get underway. Nolan Schanuel digs in now. And this interleague matchup is underway.
First pitch, 640.
That one fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. One away.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 27.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Lodolo. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys.
Ball. Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective. But just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
Foul ball. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today. The emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
That's a hit. And he'll reach second with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
1 out. Runner at second. Zach Neto getting ready to hit. Sliced hard but foul. Yeah, I think the other part though as well is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Man at second.
Ball. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Fought off foul.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 7, Jo.
Here's Jo Adell. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Man on second, 2 down. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Carrying well. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting the start for the Angels, Yusui Kukuchi.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Dane Myers
Leading
now
off
at the
tonight,
plate.
the center fielder, number 70, Dane Myers.
Here's Yoan. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
In the air out to center. Neto makes the grab on the run. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Matt McLain, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a ball lined to center. Trout takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Batting third, the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
0-1 now. Yeah, that's fouled off. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Inside, almost got him. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And the Reds go 1-2-3. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler. Soler went deep in his most recent game. Soler with some impressive production lately. And that is out of play.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swings through that one. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Banks off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here is Moncado, a switch hitter batting right.
Ha!
The Halos looking to strike first here at the top of the second. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Janzen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
One down.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
So now with one away and a man at second, here is d'Arnaud.
Good ball.
Rips that one to right. And there's two away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Moore matched a homer in his last game. Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
That's not the first time they've watched a fastball zip by for a strike. I don't know if they're taking intentionally in those spots, but I'd like to see him more aggressive with those pitches.
On the ground. Throws to first in
Yeah,
time.
you're out.
That's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Sal Stewart. Stewart with a homer in his last game.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Stewart turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter,
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. And that's in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Outside low. Now 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. That's in for a strike. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Slice to right and foul ball. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a ball popped up. 1 away.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. And here's the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel. Led off the game with a strikeout. Tap foul at the plate. Top of the third, no score. Strike 2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Here's Trout. And takes low for ball 1. Two down, nobody on. On the inside corner for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
I'ma make a move, yeah. I've been ballin' since the youth, ain't nothing out here, little new to me. Know I go hard in the paint, so my highlights looking like troops for the shoe money. Shake them out their souls when I cross over. I'ma take a toll like a turnpike. Shut us all the rain like a new rover.
Back here in Cincinnati, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Tyler Stephenson.
No, off the plate.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting in, the right fielder, number 4,
Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Marte in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. There's a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting ninth, third baseman, number 3.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. That's in there. That's strike 1.
I can't tell if they're staying away from the breaking stuff or if it's just fooling them over and over again. Those pitches are falling in for strikes, and they'll need to start hitting them at some point, or else it's going to be a tough day.
That's a laser base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Reds.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Myers batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. The 0-1. And a foul ball. Hayes, the runner at first with 2 gone. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Fastball is outside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runner edges away at second. Back to the mound. He's got it. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. On to the 4th. Still scoreless. New inning getting started. So in now for the Angels, Zach Neto. Foul ball there.
You know, these Angels just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Here's the 0-2. This one in the air, right field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7, Jo Adell.
And there's a foul ball. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, and 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Chopped to third. Hayes. Throws across the
Got him.
diamond.
That's an out.
2 quick outs here in the
Up
top of
next
the
for
4th.
Angels, the designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Doubled his first time up. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Two down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Got him. Out number 3. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Ready to go. Bottom 4. In now for the Reds. Elly De La Cruz.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one the other way, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
That clips the corner. Man at second. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Now there's a bullet down the line. And it goes just foul.
Just a matter of inches from picking up an RBI base hit and maybe a double in the process. That was barely foul.
The Reds with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He will score, and the Reds have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. The 1-0. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
No, that's too high.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Play made, that ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. On to the top of the 5th we go. This is Reds baseball. All set for the start of the inning. So in now for the Angels, Yoan Moncado. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Angels looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. That clips the corner.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
The batter, number 4.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. Grounded out his first time up.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's got a chance. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe.
Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. We're tied at 1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Back to the top of the order, Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. And fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. And that one finds its way through. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Steps off, lead runner back to second. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Zach Neto, the next to hit. First and second, 2 down.
No, that's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. In the air, right field. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Home half of the 5th coming up. Angels 2 and the Reds 1. You're watching Reds baseball on the show, Ohio. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
Tyler Stephenson.
Strike.
Now he's challenging the called strike. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Right side, Moore. In plenty of time to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Next for the Reds, the right fielder, number 4, Noelvi Marte.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Reds down by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Outside. That one way inside. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
Up next for the Reds, third baseman number 3, Ryan.
Stepping in, Ryan Hayes. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Misses again, 5 in a row.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Runner takes off. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Runner on the go again. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Up next for the Reds, the center fielder, Dane Myers.
makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Reds leave one. They're down 2-1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I won't put their name in the song. I've been in the zone. Calling my from jail, just praying they pick up the phone. Try to get to come get it with me. If they was too busy, I'll get it alone. Watch how you approach. Young in the ghost. I'm blessed like I run with the Pope. If I'm on the yacht, got my on the boat. I'm not like you they wanna be broke. When it got cold, I'm one of the cold. My uncle was tripping, he wanted some. I'm trying to be the richest little you know. This paper get thrown, see who pick up the most. I was with mama didn't know.
Jo Adell digs in now.
The right fielder, number 7, Jo Adell.
That one ripped. Fair ball. So a man on base to start the inning.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, they can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Marte settles under this one, and there's one away.
Up next to the Angels, the third baseman, Yoan Moncado.
One out man at first. And now Yoan Moncado.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Right through there for a strike. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Next offering is fouled back. Strike 3 on the foul tip.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Oh, 1 down. That's ripped into the outfield. And that'll do it. Angels strand one as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
I was born in the city. No one gonna bring me down. Yeah, I was born in the city. Don't you beat me down.
McLain up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Action in the Angels bullpen. Kirby Yates, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Joyce getting loose as well. That one missed.
No.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit. In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And a 2-1 on the way. This to center field. And a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Right through there for a strike. The Reds with the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
The 0-2. Moore tosses to first, one away, bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Reds, the first baseman, Sal.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yusui Kukuchi will depart. Gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for
Jordan Romano taking over on the mound.
Well, with the runner at third and less than 2 outs, he's coming in looking for strikeouts right here. Ball's put in play, give him a good chance at bringing home that run.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Runner on at third, one gone. Line drive. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Reds, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball 1.
On the ground, right side. Moore. And that is the inning. So 1 left for Cincinnati, and our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Reds,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brock Burke.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Moore. And that's off
that's a ball.
the inside edge, and it's 1-0. This one in the air right field, and that's a fair ball. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe.
Here comes the 0-1.
Down low.
Swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
High. That's a foul ball.
The 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
2.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Angels lead 1. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The left fielder, number 7, Spencer.
Up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that drops in for a strike. That one missing inside. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And just foul. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
The catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
The 0-1. There's the strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike, 95 of that one. The Angels trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. The relay not in time. The tying run stands at third with one out, and a fly ball could knock this one up. That misses off the outside edge.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, one out. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
That's a slider for a strike.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Late swing, fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores. Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Jordan Romano won't go any further, and he leaves a runner at third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Kirby Yates. Go-ahead run is at third, Dane Myers. The next to hit for the Reds, 1 for 3. And ball 1. The 1-0.
Ball.
2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Late on that fastball.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
The 2-1. Line drive, base hit. Marte scores. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Clutch hitting right there to give them the lead this late in the ball game. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Ball.
Here's a 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Touches down. That's a hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next for the Reds, the shortstop.
Big at bat coming up with Elly De La Cruz stepping in. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
And a slider in there for a strike. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. And he grounds one to the right side. Moore. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Reds 3 and the Angels 2.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Reds,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Graham Ashcraft.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
leading off with the Angels, the shortstop, Zach Neto.
No.
The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Popped up. McLain settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7, Jo Adell.
Now batting Jo Adell. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie-in run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
The Reds holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. That is strike 2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Way outside, and that's ball 2. That's
Ball
a
3.
little bit low. Yoan Moncado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. see another payoff pitch. Two down, nobody on. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Goes down looking for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Bottom of the 8th. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Sal Stewart.
Well, these Reds doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Yoan. And that's a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Reds, the designated hitter, Eugenio Suarez.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Yates, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Here's a 1-1.
No, inside.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Got him swinging. 1 out.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Yoan. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, blocked. And a 1-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kirby Yates out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Ben Joyce.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. And a strike on the outside edge.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
0-2 now. That one's upstairs, ball one. Right back to him on the mound. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Reds lead one, but they're up 3-2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Emilio Pagan.
Oh, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to play more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Late swing, foul to the left. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one carrying. Out of here. And this game is tied.
That's a clutch hit and a big moment. You can't ask for a better time to get a swing like that. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Travis d'Arnaud digs in. And that is out of play.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one fouled hard the other way. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Swings and misses, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a two-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, but I think he was also a little lucky right there.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 0-1. And that one is inside. Late with the swing there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth. One-two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He's got it. That's out number 2.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
And up next for Los Angeles, Josh Lowe. On the ground to third. Oh, look at the stop. It's there, and that's a great play. But this clutch home run gets us even again. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back here at Great American Ballpark and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Chase Silseth, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Pomerantz also getting ready. Late swing fouled off. And that's outside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Drilled in the air out towards right center. He's got it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Reds, third baseman number 3, Steve Ryan. Hey.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the winning run is aboard. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So digging in, Dane Myers. Terry Francona bringing a bat off the bench. TJ Friedel, the winning run on base for him. Runner on the move. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Swing and a pop-up. Tracks it down for the out. 2 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Matt McLain.
Matt McLain The next to hit for the Reds. Cincinnati making a move for a pinch hitter. Nathaniel Lowe. He comes up with a chance to walk it off. Trying to send this to extra innings. Yeah, that's fouled off.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
In the dirt. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Out of here. Ball game.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing in the back, nice win for the team.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
I'm a dreamer, high achiever. You know when we're in the place, we don't hold back, we're right in your face. We can't lose, we take your first place. They wanna do it like